Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. So happy that you're here to join me. So today I'm making a layout featuring a Peartree Cutfile, which is part of the design team challenge. So this challenge is done monthly, where Marie, the owner of Peartree, sends us a Cutfile for the design team to use. To see how different everybody's layouts come out. And I love it every month. So many great ideas and inspiration, and I do hope that you enjoy this. So here, this is a fall hexagon cut file. Lots of ideas for it. I decided to do a combination of shaker pockets as well as photos. Actually, one photo in this case, but you can use the cut file and add all photos. You can just do pattern paper. You can do shaker like I did here. You can add different, create different elements like paper tearing, paper folding within the hexagon. So lots of ideas of how to use it. So here I'm showing you a little bit of my process of how I created the shaker pocket. So I think I did 4 or 5 shakers for this cut file, and I did a number of them off camera, and then here I'm showing you how I made one of them. So really, once you have the cut file cut out, and I cut twice, so in this case one in the pattern paper that I wanted to use, and the second cut was on white cardstock. And then I have some clear transparency paper that I use. So you can also find it under plastic paper. But in any case, it's just something clear that you can see through. I've seen some people use vellum, which is also nice, but you kind of lose the sheen and the shine of the sparkle here. So I went with the clear. So once you have that, you adhere it to either the pattern paper, the back of it, that's going to be your window. And then what I do is I add the foam all around the outline. And then you will see me adding in the sequins into that shape, and then placing the back, which is the white piece, right on it, and then trimming that. So there's a couple of different ways you can do this. I tried both ways when I was making this one in particular, and just found that this one worked really well for me. So there is lots of trimming that happens here. If you're savvy with your electronic cutting machine, then I think there's also ways you can cut offsets, so it's a little bit easier, requires less trimming. You can use your machine to cut the hexagon shapes as well out of the transparency. Again, you just gotta adjust settings to do the outline or the offset a bit differently, which I didn't end up doing. So use a number of different sequins. For mine here, used some from Close to My Heart, some from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and then from Picketfence Studios as well. So I have a number of different sequin mixes that were utilized. And I chose the colors based on the fall theme. I'm using a number of papers and embellishments from Pinkfresh as well. I think it was their last year's collection, and I'll add the description in my video description. So if you're interested or want to know what the collection is that I'm using, you'll find it there. So as you see me create this, such a fun process. I think the sequins, one thing I would do different probably next time is use like a little spoon or something to put them in there, just because they tend to be staticky and stick to your hands and fingers. So caution, a word of caution, use a little spoon if you have one handy. Otherwise, you might be spending a few minutes trying to get them off your hands. So if you're new to my channel, I'm just starting out on YouTube here. I know I'm pretty late to the game, but really excited to show some of my process. So if you're liking what you see so far, I would really appreciate your support. Whether it's, subscribing to the channel, commenting, liking, everything helps here. And also looking for your feedback on what would you like to see more of. So I'll go quiet for a little bit, let you hear some music as you watch me create this in sped up fashion. And then I'll be back in a little bit to continue sharing about the process here. So here you saw me back the cut file with different pattern papers, and then I play around with the shakers to see how the colors are looking and what other pattern papers I want to use. So this one actually took, probably a good hour to do, just because of the intricacy of making the shakers and backing all the different bits and pieces of the cut file. I would say, very therapeutic if you want something to focus and keep your hands busy. Definitely a great way to do that, and you get just a beautiful result here. So with the centerpiece complete here, now the time is to add the different bits and pieces of embellishments. So I really love how this turned out. I added some machine stitching around the background paper in a similar copper tone, sparkly copper tone, that works really well with the tones in this set. So I really love adding the different ephemera. I love how they bring additional texture to the page, that visual interest. So stick around to see how this comes together at the end, and I'll be back. So there goes the little last bits and pieces, and woohoo, we are done. So glad to have worked on this page. I really love the process. Check out the Facebook group. There's all of our Design Team Challenge posts in there that Marie will share throughout the day. So much inspiration. Or follow on Instagram. So Paper and Bling. And then if you want to follow Peartree Cutfiles, they also have a wonderful Instagram page. See you guys soon.